All right, there we go. We ready. So let me just start by saying happy chapter day, y'all. Chapter 54 dropped this morning. I just got done reading it not so long ago. I had to go over it a few times actually, because like there's been times where I've read the chapter and I've missed like little hints, little details and shit. So I had to, actually read the shit a few times before I decided to do the video. But I will start by saying I seen the cover art last night. Last night I was a bit spoiled by someone on TikTok posted this shit. So when I read it, I'm a little, cause I like getting everything at the same time, at the same day. I didn't read any spoilers. I didn't like watch anybody's spoiler videos type shit. But I was spoiled by seeing the cover art, which I think the cover art is dope. I fuck with the cover art. It's like I have 4 favorite ones and it's on that list. But the title was a little bit, it had me curious about what the fuck was gonna happen in the chapter, to say the least. Because after what we had yesterday, or not yesterday, but last month, That's Reality, or it was a little bit more grim, and then we get bro, so it's like almost like a polar opposite. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is gonna pop off? Like, what's happening, dog? Because the stakes were high where we left off. The stakes were fucking high as shit. Sasuke get his fucking Renegon stabbed and whatnot. And I was actually pretty surprised to see how he's recovered. I mean, I know it's an animation, I know this shit, it's fantasy type, but like, nigga, if you stab me in the eye, I'm on the floor, nigga. If I get shit in my eye, if my motherfucking eyelashes curl up or the eyelash gets in my eye, nigga, don't touch me. Like, I'm on the floor and shit. But it is what it is. And it's not like a bad thing. It's just like, I'm just like, it kind of threw me off a little bit. But I came off with 3 main points. And at the end, I want to give you all some things that I thought were dope within the chapter. There was nothing I disliked about the chapter. It was a dope-ass chapter. Like I said, I like the informational dumps. But my first main talking point is this: vessel or power-up. Vessel or power-up. Because we learned through Momoshiki that Kawaki, although he has been released from the Karma Seal through the death of Ishiki, and we all were kind of like confused. Like, well, we've seen... Because we know in the future, Kawaki has his karma mark, right? And we've seen Kawaki just fucking stomp the shit out of Ishiki. So we're assuming, okay, because you gave him the final death blow, your karma mark will resurrect. However, I feel like what this chapter has done is gave us like an ultimatum or a second route of Boruto and Kawaki learning how to control their karma marks without necessarily having anything to do with being vessels. So I'm leaning more towards them having power-ups, especially Kawaki now at this point, than being a vessel of Ishiki any longer. I do believe after this chapter, like after what I've read, that Ishiki is dead. I know there's that one scene, maybe he's not totally out, because there was that one scene where like his Byakugan flashed right before getting stomped the fuck out. Naruto Explained pointed that shit out to me, at least. Some of y'all niggas are probably a little bit more crafty when you read the shit, but these are my points backing up that Kawaki is more of a power up. The whole karma, his karma situation has became more of a power up now that he is no longer. I don't think he's a fucking vessel. That's what I'm trying to say, my nigga. Let's get it. So there was that discussion with Momoshiki and Kawaki where Kawaki's pretty much saying, hey, your freedom is fleeting, right? So that could go one or two ways. It could be, hey, since you killed fucking Ishiki, you're gonna be his fucking vessel again, bro. You're free now, but nigga, in about 5 fucking minutes, you back on that ass. Or you could take it as saying, your freedom is only free as far as I'll let you go, because you're now a part of my plan. You are my chess piece. I will feed you to the 10 tails. You are mine. You think you're free, but you're not so free, bruh. So I'm leaning more towards the latter. Also, Momoshiki also states that Ishiki's soul has been extinguished. And although, and that's pretty much like, nigga, he dead. He ceased to exist. If you don't have a soul, you don't fucking exist. So he also states, furthermore, that Kawaki's body has pretty much become an Otsutsuki's. So, I'm taking this less lightly than something Amada would say, because this is like our second conversation concerning the workings of the Karma Seal in general. Last time was from an outside member of the Otsutsuki clan, although he was an inner of Kara and worked very close with Ishiki. But this is coming through the mouth of Momoshiki himself, who should know more about the karma workings and whatnot than Amado at least would. And what Momoshiki says is also kind of backing up a little bit more of my statement, or the statement I'm trying to claim, is that the tree won't be as big, but it'll do fine with Kawaki. Now, this could go one or two ways. Maybe they're saying because, well, actually, I'm saying that because it's like, I believe now that Kawaki is no longer like pretty much a vessel, he is a bastardized version of an Otsutsuki, because Momoshiki's pretty much stating, you've had the karma seal for so fucking long, bro. It's like, it's in your DNA. That data is already extracted within you. It exists within you, you know? So this is what I mean by tying into the future of Boruto and Kawaki, where they learn to master that karma seal. Because eventually, maybe Momoshiki's soul is extinguished and all that data still seeps within Boruto himself. And I guess with that DNA, that genetic mesh, you have to learn how to work it. You're gonna get some type of power, right? And that could also, because like, we already know fucking Boruto's fucking genetic background. This whole little extra DNA, and I know there's like different variations of this going on in the animation version, but I feel like in the manga, I feel like that could tie into the awakening of Boruto's Jogan, right? The whole extra Momoshiki DNA mixed with his parents, mixed with all the motherfucking, his whole family tree and shit. But I think, but that's pretty much what I want to say with that. However, for all we know, Kawaki could just have a fucking karma seal on his foot because he landed the shit on Ishiki and no one knows about it. Maybe in future chapters, there's going to be like solo shots of Kawaki examining himself and he notices the shit on his foot. Or maybe Amato does a fucking body checkup on him and shit, and, you know, Kawaki's butt naked and shit, and Amato notices the karma mark or something like that. But I truly believe that Ishiki may not have a vessel in Kawaki. I think more so that point. Let me know what y'all think on that. Now, my second thing was also the whole tree being lame thing could also be if this is the words of Momoshiki, if I act quick and feed them to the 10 tails now, the tree won't be so big, but I don't really have the time to wait for this next little progression of his karma. Theoretically, if it did happen because he killed Ishiki, to progress and then feed him. I want to act quick. So that could be another out to that whole theory, as well as my second point. Now, this is my whole second point, nothing to do with no karma seals. I don't believe Boroshiki was going all out in that fight versus Kawaki, in that fight versus Sasuke, like this during this chapter, right? Because one, each move was calculated. So stabbing Kawaki in the back, it was really like a DNA check, because after he stabs him in the back, he kind of gets it like, oh, okay, good. You will work after all. You still have that DNA within you. Also, he wants to keep Kawaki alive. That's the one he's going to fucking feed to the 10 tails. So it's not like he's throwing death blows. And he also cripples Sasuke. So that necessarily wasn't a death blow as well, because he states later, now you can't escape from this place. So it could be possible that, all right, let's just get them to be trapped here because I don't want to fucking deal with these people. Let's get Kawaki. Let's get the fuck up out of here. I'm going to feed you to that 10 tail. So it's not necessarily as if he's trying to kill anybody. It's more of like a chess match. This whole thing was a chess match. And I think that's what I appreciate about some of these fights, because underlying, it's not so much about strength or might, you know, might versus might, strength versus strength. It's more so who's gonna do what. It's like a dance, you know. Shout out to Madara. These motherfuckers be in this bitch dancing. But this kind of also makes me question, is Boroshiki not fully ready or prepared to be in a fight? Is he not as strong as we think? Although he does have a fucking strong ass vessel, right? And the fucking blend, like if he resurrects through fucking Boruto, it's game over. Or does he just have that higher priority in his tree and getting the fuck off Earth? I already got to my Sasuke point. Also, another thing where I don't believe Boroshiki fully had to believe that he was going to go all out is he doesn't really believe that Sasuke would kill Boruto. And I'm kind of like, dude, I'm gonna keep it real. I think Sasuke would do it. I think Sasuke got the fucking guts to do that shit because he states, "Hey, bro, I'm his teacher. It's like my duty. I have to do this shit. It's not that I would prefer to do this shit, but if I have to, I have to." But also, like, it was kind of shades of Boruto to Ishiki, where it's like, I know you can't kill me, bro. You're not gonna fucking kill me. Where he fucking goes to save Sasuke, and now we have Momoshiki kind of flaunting the same type of, attitude towards Sasuke, like, dog, you're not gonna kill me, nigga. And then, of course, because this comes through that sword swing, and this kind of backs this up too, because after Sasuke swings his sword and does the lightning jutsu, I'm assuming in my mind that, of course, Sasuke was expecting an absorption to be there, because I think that was like a little jab, like, all right, I'm gonna do this, he's gonna absorb it, and when he absorbs it, here's my next move. But he didn't get to perform that next move because he's kind of like, yo, what the fuck? He didn't absorb that. Why isn't he doing that shit? So at that point, I feel like he was then trying to test him even further, because the whole Amaterasu, he's like, they have this dialogue between Sasuke and Momoshiki. All right, I will kill, like, it's my duty to kill you. He's my student. Amaterasu. But remember, Sasuke knows the Amaterasu isn't a death blow because Ishiki has already absorbed that. He was really just trying to check to see if Momoshiki would absorb it or not. He's not going to kill Boruto. And that's my thing. I don't know, bruh. I think at that point, I believe at that point, Sasuke was probably trying to figure out if there's an other way around this. I think he was more so on his investigative work while in the fight. I think Sasuke knows he doesn't have to kill Boruto right now, and it might be just a sign of relief. And but I'm still thinking, like, do y'all think he could have killed Boruto? Like, did he want to kill Boruto, or was he just playing them games? Did fucking Momoshiki call his bluff? Now, this is my third point and final point before I get into my swag shit. I believe that ninja tech will be the solution to keeping Momoshiki tame. And I don't mean like they're going to do this whole scientific experiment on Boruto. I believe that by the time skip, the whole tech should be more advanced, and it will be necessary for Boruto to use in order to not lose so much chakra during battles. I think like his whole ninja weaponry will be more so like chakra retaining type replacements, like shit, I can't tire myself out, so I'm gonna start using this blade, I'm gonna use these pods and shit like that to save to save his chakra. And this also could benefit Sasuke, since we all know his, like, the running joke, he's always out of chakra, plus he needs new body parts, right? And another thing that I've noticed about the whole ninja tech in general, because I remember reading early on, like chapter 16, and especially if you're anime only and you're watching like where we are right now, you might be going into these next few episodes like, oh fuck, here comes all this fucking technology. Like if you're like one of those type of dudes, like they're not gonna do hand signs anymore, they're gonna fucking throw fucking pods at each other and blah blah blah. Honestly, because when you're watching all that shit and everything that we've seen so far as pertaining to the ninja tech itself so far in the Boruto universe, is it's all been prototype. It's all been like work in progress. It's all been unfinished, work, right? None of the ninja tech is, totally ready. Although, as far as the 5 great nations go, the Leaf is far ahead of everyone else. And I believe that was shown in 2 ways. One, to highlight, well, not shown in 2 ways, but I believe it was done purposefully just to show the power gap between the Kara organization and the Leaf Nation, or the Fire Nation, whatever the fuck you want to say. The Fire Nation, nigga, that's Avatar, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, forgive me, my niggas. I believe that was just pretty much set as a power gap. Like, yo, who the fuck are these guys? All their fucking technology is like top tier. It works. They're blowing us out the fucking wire. What the fuck is this shit? Because all the shit that they show, it hardly fucking works. If you really think about it, like the fucking chakra blade, Katasuke's big ass army suit. It's like, it's all prototype. They're just testing the shit out right then and there. Even fucking Naruto's hand, it's a prototype. Like all this shit is a prototype, bruh. So by the time we get the time skip, I'm believing that more of their shit will work, and it's going to be necessary for Boruto to use just to keep fucking Momoshiki tame, because we've learned as long as Boruto's chakra doesn't go down a certain level, it should keep Momoshiki within his body, keep him from emerging, you know, unless maybe the fucking vessel turns to 100% and fucking Momoshiki is fully out there fucking niggas up. Now let's get on to my dope moments. I got 3 dope moments to take away from. Like I said, there was nothing I disliked about this chapter. It was a good ass chapter. One, Sasuke hit by the vanishing Rasengan. Now, I thought that was dope because I wasn't really expecting it. All we got before that was Momoshiki saying, "Oh, I think I should use that." That's like, what the fuck he got up his sleeve? Ends up being a vanishing Rasengan, and I thought that was cool because Sasuke was the first one to ever see the vanishing Rasengan, and you know, just to get hit by your own student by this shit, pretty dope. As far as number 2, Kawaki set his ass on fire, set himself on fire, which is also pretty cool. Like, honestly, Kawaki gave me a little bit of the emo vibes. Like, it was dope. It was dope. I'm gonna see this shit in an anime form. It was dope. But upon first reaction, I'm like, bro, this nigga emo is shit, dog. Young Sasuke is that realist. Young Sasuke a real nigga compared to Kawaki. That's how I was feeling. Cause I was like, that nigga young Kawaki would, or that nigga young Sasuke got way more bitches and would never do some shit like that to himself. Like, on some, like, I don't want to be, like, not so sensitive. Like, it was dope. Strategically, it was dope. But it was kind of like, dog, this nigga emo and shit. This nigga just set himself on fire. But it was dope. And it was also, like, a little shades of where he was saying, I could make a shadow clone and beat myself up. You know, I was like, y'all, come on, bro. Okay, get over it. But, this was actually some dope shit to see. It was dope to see. Because before we see Kawaki as this, like, little depressed kid where he's like, I'm gonna fucking make myself a shadow clone and I could beat myself up. And Naruto's like, dog, it don't work. Trust me. I've been there before. It just doesn't work. You're not gonna be any happier. But this time he gets to use that type of anger, that type of energy into a strategic way where it actually saves everybody. He sets himself on fire. Momoshiki absorbs it. He's back to life. 3, and I'm interested in seeing where this goes in the future, is Boruto breaks his horn. Boruto breaks Momoshiki's horn. And he does it in a way to, like, kind of snap himself out of that little reality. But I'm interested in seeing how does that alter or how does that affect Momoshiki in the future. Because he was like, yo, don't do that. Don't do that. So I know it was more than just him not wanting Boruto to reawaken. But at the same time, it was like, how is that going to affect him in the future? Does that affect his status in the Otsutsuki clan? Or does it affect him in any type of power? You know, it's kind of, I'm excited to see that. But that's all I got for y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the chapter. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And debate me. If you don't agree with me, go ahead. I want to see what because honestly, I learned more. Like, what I learned about the whole Naruto community and the Boruto community is motherfuckers will teach you some shit in your own comment section, and that's dope. I fuck with that shit. Like, it's cool to have other people around who like the same shit, and they could give you different versions or their different takeaways from it, and you could kind of like, okay, I fuck with that. You're right. Let me, you feel a little bit more educated when that type of shit happens, and different, points of views type shit. But I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I know it's a little 18-minute video, but I feel like this was a solid one. This was a fucking solid one. Peace, y'all. Take care. I'll see y'all niggas on Sunday. We gonna watch I'm not too excited about the next Boruto episode unless they, throw a little bit more anime exclusive type information. Because we all, even reading the shit in the manga, was like, okay, you niggas is playing with toys and shit. That's cool. I'm excited to see Sumire. Oh shit, the new fucking doctor. I'm excited to see that. Well, not the doctor, but the new little lab bitch. I'm excited to see her too. She might be one of the baddest bitches in Boruto. I'm gonna drop a fucking top 5 bad bitches in Boruto. I'm gonna do that shit on TikTok. But peace, y'all. Take care.